Hello, hello. How's everybody doing out there? YDBT Daily Thursdays. We bring you YDBT Dailies, the partner of Talking Shit and the cousin of Peasant Chat on Sundays. Today, what I'm going to talk about is something that came up in the ticket system again. You need to Google everything at your fingertips. This is not just a place to look for pussy. I get it. You're swiping right on everything. You think this is just a pussy getter. I get it. It's a very good pussy getter. But it's also access to everything ever said since the beginning of time. And you guys really, really need to understand how to use it. Googling every single thing you want to know is crucial to meet your goals, to understanding what it takes to meet your goals, to understanding how mechanisms work, to understanding literally everything. We have people using us as Google. I'm sure you are a customer service representative, whether you work at American Muscle, Late Model Restoration, a shop, and you get calls from people that ask you a question that they can absolutely find the answer to on the internet. And today I'm going to just basically Google 3 very common things and read you their explanations, or the explanation that Google spits back out at you. And I am blown away that you don't do that research before you actually pay somebody to tune your car. Many times people buy a tune and they go, well, now I'm going to get after it. Oh, what's next? I don't know. What the fuck do you want to do? Oh, I don't know. I thought you were going to tell me what I want. Nope, that's not how it works. You have to know what you want to do before you buy a Mustang or any performance vehicle. If you want to enter into the racing realm, what kind of racing do you want to do? All of that has to be figured out before you pay somebody to tune your car. A lot of you ask this question on pump gas. How much more power is my car going to make with a tune than without a tune? And I go, 0. I know you're gonna have people in Mission losing their minds because you can make more power. Sure, if I make your timing 30, turn off your knock sensors, you might make 10 to 50 more horsepower. Or I just let the knock sensors do what they do from the factory, add timing, piggyback off of the octane logic that Ford allows, and you can get after it. We'll talk about that and many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly tells us to do it live.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
My God, I'm trying to censor everything here and it's not working. It's not being my friend and I'm still trying to figure out which one it is. And I finally found it. DNH Performance, DNHperformance.com, DNH Performance, the online parts house sponsor of the show. You're going to buy every single little thing at DNH Performance. I've seen you guys tagging me when you buy wheels, when you buy Whipple, when you buy 4 Innovation Fuel Systems, injectors. Every single little part you buy, if you support the Amory, you got to go to DNHperformance.com. PMAS, Jim, the PMAS, the best cold everything on the planet. I'm going to be using a 149 for an upcoming project. I think it's going to be pretty snazzy the way we're going to do it. I think they make the best signal cold air intakes there are, period. I have steered every customer that has cold air intake signal issues to Dick James and PMAS. Parts Farm. Parts Farm, for whatever reason, are posting something about a Celine. I don't know why. Why are you doing that? Just sell the used parts we come to know and love. Crank pallets, motors, transmissions, you name it. Anything used, late model, get it at partsfarm.com. OURSOLUTIONREMY, OURSOLUTION is going to be here somewhere doing some half-mile bullshit. Don't know why. Half-mile sucks. No thank you. OURSOLUTION and Bellac Industries. For those of you that want to let everybody know in your town that you sell drugs, you go to Damian Barrato and you go, mira, mándame una de esa llanta, concho, goma. I don't know what the hell half of you guys call that stuff, but it's wrong either way. Also, RichPrints.com, RichPrints.com/YDBT. You're going to go there. You're going to get yourself some merch. You got hats, Section 8 shirts and sweaters. We got Hush Money again, the Christmas edition sweater and shirt. I'm going to get this one today. YDBT long sleeves, Amory long sleeves. I am wearing the Amory red long sleeve. It is freaking badass. I get it in an extra large just to have a little room, nice and long. I have a long torso, just like I have a long dick, so everything worked out nicely. Why am I clicking buttons that I should not be clicking? Let me get this Google thing way the fuck out of here. Let's say hi to the people here, and we'll talk about Googling before you do anything. Dixon, Joe Swish, Douche Don, Clint Stroke, CPR, Andrew, Joe Jackson, I'm Hung Solo, Savage, Lentegas, Monty Vav, Vorty, Corn, Fred, Cow, Clean Out of 3GT, Barry McCockiner, D-Rock Fox, SBE, Dylon, the best rapper alive. Who are the best? Who's the top 5 rappers of all time? Dylon, and Dylon. T. Jaskorsky, Cody Jones, Nick, B. Labesh, Slow 99, Matt Oliver, Mark Christensen, Valley 10 Speed. Phil Fez is going to be going to the track SGMP. Check him out. Hopefully he runs a sub 950. 2 J's and 5 O's. JD Swag, Phil Fez, YouTube Corporate Free Speech, 101 RTR, Slow 99, El Verga, Larga, Candice Lupus, SVT, Mile an Hour, Rizzy, Nathan, SVT, Black Cat, Blue Thunder, S650J. What's up, S650J? Nice to have you here. S650 fan in the house. I'm just scrolling up to waste time. Dixon, Robo Stout, 90 Mercado, Bondo Bird, Clip Clop, Mustang Dennis, Ants, Frank Donahue, Bondo Bird, Diego Flores, Cody Jones, All Things Booze, Francisco Flores, Timmy, Matt Automotive, 94 GT for Black Cat, Colby, Ants, 19 Coyote, Osmond Condi, Big Ed, The Black Boxes, Mexican Mustang Nader, Cobra Cud, don't know what the fuck he's talking about, Ants, Nazo, Rad Dad, and all the usual suspects. Guys, I love you guys for being here. I appreciate you very much. Today I'm trying the Edge browser. Got rid of the Chrome. I know. Oh, Edge is such shit. I'm going to try this one. If this one doesn't give me hiccups, cool. Gives me hiccups, I'll move on to Firefox or whatever the fuck else they got going on out there. So, let's Google together. What's a trans brake, guys? What is a trans brake? Well, really simple. We're going to Google it. Excuse me. In Google, let me get rid of the chat so we can actually see what's happening. Google says a trans brake is a mechanism primarily used in drag racing that simultaneously engages both the forward and reverse clutch packs within the automatic transmission, effectively locking the car in place while allowing the engine to rev up to high RPMs before launching, providing a powerful initial acceleration when the trans brake is disengaged. Essentially, it acts as a holding brake at the starting line that releases instantly for rapid launch. Okay, so when you ask us, hey, should I get a trans brake? And your car is a pump gas car with a stock cold air, why do you think I would say no? You're going to wire in a trans brake, but this is the problem. People hear, well, it launches better, doesn't it? Not with a stock converter. Not on a stock car on pump gas. No. It's going to stall up to the whatever stall speed is, which is 1,800 RPM. And you know how much torque and power Coyotes make at 1,800 RPM, right? Guys, I saw a guy in the F-150 Coyote Swap forums asking how to build a Coyote for torque. I repeat, he asked how to build a 302 cubic inch dual overhead cam, high revving engine to make torque. Simple. You get a big block or a 351 Windsor or a Windsor block, make torque that way. Or you get yourself a 4.6 that has a longer stroke or a 5.4, 5.8 that has a longer stroke, not a Coyote. Anyway, so when someone say, hey, should I get a trans brake? I go, no. They're like, why not? I want to launch better. I go, do you have a looser converter? And then they go, why would I have a looser converter? And I went, oh shit. This guy doesn't know anything. He never Googled anything. So then I have to give him the whole spiel. And then I said, wait a minute. I should just do a show with these motherfuckers telling them to Google everything in conjunction. So if you, let's say, have a turbo car, all right, and you want to launch really hard like the big boys do, you need a trans brake, a two-step, and if you are competitively drag racing, you need a bump box with a properly sized converter that has a higher stall speed so that you can launch better. So, of course, naturally, I already Googled trans brake. Now let's Google a two-step because they're going to go, why do I need a two-step? Why do I need to know how to dance, Alex? I go, oh my God, no. A two-step Googled says a two-step rev limiter is an electronic device that helps drivers achieve a perfect launch by setting two different RPM limits for a car's engine. It is a type of launch control that is also known as a stutter box. First step helps the driver get off the line quickly and efficiently by holding an engine at a preset RPM. Second step protects the engine parts by preventing the engine from spinning faster than its upper limit. A two-step rev limiter works by using a speed sensor to determine when the car is moving and when it's not. When tuned properly, it can help build boost at launch. Some tunes can also cause the car to shoot flames out of the exhaust. Okay. And then, what's a bump box? You have to type, again, you got to Google it. A bump box is a device that helps drag racers stage their cars by controlling the trans brake with a microprocessor. It allows the car to be bumped into the second bulb with precision. The bump box was originally developed for turbocharged pro-modified racers who needed to avoid rolling through the lights. It offers several features, including consistent staging, build, launch, boost before staging, one-touch operation, better reaction times, allows for lighter brake packages because I don't know how bump box works with brakes, but whatever. Lower 60-foot times and less stress on the driver. They're not wrong about that. So I think what happens is this. People watch a car launch. So let's Google that. Okay. I'm going to go to, show the Grey Goose, Alondra Racing Grey Goose. So I think what happens is, boy, I'm looking good here. Look at that. I got to get back down to that weight. I'm looking good as fuck there. I know I'm actually heavier there. So I'm looking for a video of the Grey Goose launching. Okay, perfect. This is good right here. Look, somebody must have gone. This is old school. This is old. This is old fucking video of this thing bumping in. Let me see. There we go. Good. Okay. This is old video of senior bumping in. This is old World Cup video. I think Hail Mary Derby. This was Hail Mary Derby. This wasn't, I don't think, World Cup. So people must have seen this and gone, is this the trans brake? Oh, that converter's hating life. So people were out there going, I don't get it. Like, is that a trans brake? That is multiple things happening. So I think a lot of people see that and immediately think, I need a trans brake in my car. None of your NA stock car, your NA car that has on pump gas is not going to launch like the Grey Goose with a trans brake. Many things need to happen so that car can run a number. So I implore you guys to Google everything. Now, this is the other thing. I have been told in the ticket system, people say, I went to Mustang 6G, Facebook, or all these other places, and they told me that my car needs headers to be tuned. Now imagine you have access to your tuner. You literally are typing to your tuner, and your tuner says you don't need a tune for headers. And then they go, well, Mustang 6G said I do. Imagine saying that to the tuner. And then if I want to be an asshole, I'll say, really, what exactly do I need to do? Add some transport delay? Like, what do I need to do so the car runs fine with headers? 2024 Mustangs are not tunable. People shove headers on them, they magically make more power. Same factory tune. It is just air moving. And if you have the properly calibrated MAP sensor, it flows a little bit more air and the MAP sensor does all the work. If it's MAP, same thing. So I'm kind of blown away by that whole situation. You have to Google everything. Do not sit there and go to Mustang 6G is awful for information. Why? Because people, it's like Wikipedia. You can put in an opinion and people use it as fact. Mustang 6G, Facebook, and all these forums, specifically Facebook pages, are run by people that have an agenda, selling parts or downplaying other platforms. But Where are you going to get the best information possible? From your tuner, because they've seen the most. But what are you going to do? Hey, Street Alpha Podcast is in here. Someone's talking shit. What's going on? What did Rad Dad say to get that dipshit is talking like he is a genius on the Go Soft podcast. Short when they interviewed FT on the FT 700. What are you talking about? Rad Dad, he actually does go fast, but all right. Joe Swish, what's up? Well, who the fuck? Who? Oh, you're talking about Glasses Inside. No, come on. Guy's never gone fast, I don't think. I don't think he's done anything. He's tuned. I tuned. So please, guys, if you're going to race in the future, Google before you go racing. Now, by the way, Street Alpha Podcast, you aired something the other day that made me laugh so freaking hard. And it was the guy that raced Cletus in the Honda. And he gives you an account of what happened during the race. And goddamn it, didn't I laugh? Is this guy from New York?
He would have came and shook my hand. I would have
from New York, New York. Like, is he from straight from New York? Because the shit he says is the most hilarious stuff. So let's give you a recap. World Cup, Cletus is racing the white-bodied exoskeleton Corvette, and he goes in first stupidly. And the Honda guy took advantage. He goes, "Oh, you staged first? I have 6 or 7, depending on how it's set up, full seconds before I have to stage. If not, I get a red light." If you stay on the chip hard, knowing that the guy had 7 full fucking seconds, to stage, that's on you. So listen to this guy talk. I just love the way he talks. I don't agree with what he says, but the shit he says and how he says it is actually pretty hilarious.
But you guys did 2 passes against each other?
No, I only got 1 off of him.
Didn't you red light one of them?
Was it? I don't even remember.
Okay, I know. I know there was one because I remember
I probably rolled the
after.
light. Yeah,
I
rolled
saw
the
you
light.
after. You said you got a little too anxious.
Yeah. I tried to. The thing is, the turbo's big on my car.
Okay.
Let's get on it and then pull in. It doesn't work like that.
So did something like that happen recently at World Cup with Cletus?
Yeah, they were crying that I fucking burnt them down. You fucking crybaby.
Okay, so check this out. I don't know why, but this guy's great. So, Tux, why did you blurt out the word retard, but kept the word fuck in there?
Fucking crybaby, yeah. I swear to fucking God.
So I was actually in Frustrates area because I was watching the race I was actually watching it on TV, and I thought something was wrong with like the light because it was like flickering from where I saw it. So I'm like, oh shit, something's wrong. I'm like, why is he on the?
Yeah, and that happened to him too, and that happened to a couple people. I don't know if it was something on that lane. They were just trying to blame something in my car, maybe because it was just a Honda.
Yeah.
But they were saying I was burning them down, and I didn't burn them down at all.
So can you explain why you weren't burning? Like why? Oh, it's kind of weird to ask, but like, why wasn't that a burn down?
Because he got his own gas and brake.
Okay.
He didn't have to go all the way in. He could have waited. He didn't. He just went right in.
Right.
If he would have stood back, I would have understood, and I would have came in. I would have staged first. But he didn't. He went all the way in. Mm-hmm. I know how much time I have.
Right.
This car's faster. I know it is. That's not my fault. You have a gas and brake just like me, bro. You should have not went in. That's a rookie fucking move.
You should. He is not wrong. You could dislike this guy all you want. He is not wrong.
And I took advantage of it. It's not my fault.
So, as you were bumping in, you already saw him kind of deep stage in. He was already like on the 2-step. So at that point, did your instinct kick in and say, "All right, well, I'm just gonna let him"?
I was like, "Oh, he's fucked. What a you're a fucking."
See, why are you blurting out retard? I love you. I know. You probably have your reasons, but bro, you should have kept that shit in there. The way someone from New York says retard, I gotta hear it. I gotta hear it.
You're a fucking. Why did you do that? I was like, what a. Why? It's not my fault, bro. It's racing. Mm-hmm. I'm not here to make friends. Yeah. I got enough friends. Go f yourself.
So it seems like, okay, if this was anybody else, right? Because you seem to be like really like agitated about it, right? So if this was anybody else and that happened, would you still have this kind of energy towards that race?
Not really. You know why I have that type of...
You know, shout out to you. You're doing a good job, Tux, of seeming impartial. Even though you crack a smile here and there when someone says some crazy shit. I appreciate the fact that you're impartial. You're like, so tell me, why do you feel some type of way about it? I hope you don't mind me playing this because this was the best chunk of time on this podcast.
Energy because the guy...
Podcast? Yeah, it's a podcast.
Is a fucking prick. You know, at the end of the race, fucking gets out his car, slams his door like a little kid. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's only a race, bro. I legit go every year just to have fun, man. It's not that serious. Slammed his door like a little kid, you know?
So you went up to his car after?
No, actually, my Hans was stuck, and I was trying to get it out, and he was just, like, ignoring the fact I was right behind him, and he just didn't look up at me. He looked down and walked around the car, and, like, damn, bro, it's not that serious. You know, my guys came, and they were happy for me that I won, and I was like, yo, just hook up the car and let's get the fuck out of here.
So is that a common thing when you get to the end of the track?
Absolutely. I always shake the next man's hand like, yo, good race. Win or lose, bro. Don't be a sore fucking loser. Sore loser, bro. That's not even the worst of it. And nobody knows about this. Second round the following day, he comes up to me like a fucking giraffe on a scooter, fucking comes up to me, hey, dude, you don't know how to stage your car? I was like, obviously I do. I'm going into fucking second round, you fucking...
You heard?
Then he just fucking rolls off.
That's right.
Wait, this happened?
Bing bong. Anyway.
Yeah. The following day, I'm going up to second round. He came up to me. I was like, you arrogant motherfucker. And I'm trying to fucking like get out of my car, and then he just scoots out. And I was like, you know what? Let me just calm the fuck down, bro. Like, what a cocky motherfucker, bro. It's not my fault you went in, bro. On top of that, they messed up on the tune. The car spun off the line. Then he tried to get back in it again, and then it spun again. It's not my fault I went around you, bro.
Look at his face. So anyway, guys, check that podcast out. It was very well made. The guy's a compelling person. The way he communicates, I think it was a good time. So no, it was good, it was really good. You know, the way he, put that story together. Now, okay, in my opinion, a burn down is when you on purpose, regardless of the light or not, when you on purpose don't stage. Now, within the rules, if you have 7 seconds, like I don't know how long it takes, like Cletus's car to get up on boost. I have no idea. I can't imagine it takes 7 seconds. So Senior has done this. Senior has done something that is actually pretty interesting. He doesn't floor it. He gives it like 3/4 gas. So the two-step is less severe. It's like it's just kind of like, and then when you floor it, that flame starts shooting out of the motherfucker, and then it totally changes the characteristics of how the car launches, or how the car acts. So the guy didn't burn him down because the light did not turn on. Now, is it bad sportsmanship? I would say yes. I would say it's bad sportsmanship to take the full 6 seconds, but it is within the rules. I'm not blaming him for doing that. If they don't like it, then hey, he didn't break the rules. It's all good. Is it bad sportsmanship? You can make the case that it's bad sportsmanship because every guy that's a racer that has a $40,000 motor, $25,000 transmission, $18,000 in turbo piping, boost control, all this stuff. They have $150,000 to $200,000 in the drivetrain alone. There's a bit of a respect factor where this guy doesn't take more than 3 seconds than this guy. Now, the opposite happens on turbo guys. People go in too fast, especially nitrous cars. I remember when we were watching Connolly run in Street Fighter 2 years ago, we were like, bro, this guy gets up on he likes to stage second. He goes in, you go in, and he waits. It's a nitrous car. He just sits there and just idles. And then the other guy goes in, and the moment Connolly stages, he's on the chip and he's ready to go. Senior did something so smart. Because the car spools so fast, he didn't even get on the chip. He bumped in, if you listen closely to Senior's run, he bumped in and the car was not on a two-step. Meaning, he knew the car by the time he would bump into the staging lane, the second bulb, the car would be up on the chip. So Senior was like, bumped in, then the car went bop, 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 hit the two-step, then he let go. So that means he didn't have to sit there and get the transmission super hot. It's a 6R80, remember that. So Senior was like, bumped, because Connolly went in first. And he went, okay, boom, boom, brr, and they were off to the races. I thought that was such a very good strategic way of doing it. Again, guys, you're a team. If your team member doesn't know how the guy has been staging all day and doesn't relay that information over to the driver, Senior knew this guy was on it. 08 lights, 07 lights, 06 lights, maybe even better. And he's like, I got to be up on game, so I'm not going to get caught lacking. I know he's going to probably go in first to get me off my game because I'm a turbo guy. I wish I could find that video because it is very good. Let me see. Alondra Racing World Cup. There is, I want to see who has the, no, that's not it. That's the last one. World Cup final. See if I can find it. It was so well done. It was like bump, and he was in Street Fighter. Just to kind of give you a heads up of how it went down. That's it. Yep, that's it right here. But that's the Supra. Yep, that's the Supra. Grego, Fast OEM ECU. No. Stock ECU highlights. Okay, these are highlights. So Skeeter Wyatt did this. Okay. Let me see. Okay, this is it right here. Okay. So yeah, you won't be able to tell because you won't be able to hear, but Senior was not on the two-step before he bumped in to the second light, and he was already good to go. This is a cell phone video. It's kind of crappy. Okay, watch that again. The other car's idling. Senior they're both pre-staged. Connolly goes in first. We knew that. So Connolly's on the right lane, left to us. And Senior was already bumping in before he was on the two-step. And we had to back half it, brother. So, stuff like that, you kind of have to be up on your game. And, I don't blame the Honda guy for doing what he did. He did everything within the rules, but you can look at it and say it's not the best sportsmanship. That's all. Multiple videos of the moment Cleet's bottom light lit up. He was on the chip for 11 seconds. Bad sportsmanship. Tell that to Puerto Ricans. Trust me. I know. I don't race Puerto Ricans. Honda guys go through 30,000 motors in one day. Why do Honda guys get so... Okay, that's another question we could talk about. Why do Honda guys get a lot of hate? Right? Let's talk about that. Guys, do me a favor and be serious about this subject matter because they need to be told why they get so much hate. Put down on the chat why Honda guys, in your opinion, get so much hate. I'll give you my end of things. Every import guy I ever raced was a fucking asshole. Always slower. Tried to cheat. Shenanigans at the starting line. And that happened ever since I was racing as an 18-year-old. It came down from the RX-7 world, the rotary world, the 0.8, 1.8 world, from the Corona, Corolla, Candunguito, Starlet world. And then the Honda boys started doing the same bullshit. Now, I'm not saying that the fast Honda guys do that. But what I'm saying is, based on my personal experience, they were not gentleman racers. What does that mean? When a guy's a gentleman racer, there is no such thing as chase is a race. As a matter of fact, I have spun in the middle of a race, and the gentleman racer says, I'm not taking that win. I want to beat you straight up. Let's do it again. And I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, you won. I spun. They go, I get it, but I want you to be at your best because I don't want to win on a technicality. I don't want to win on a technicality. Words you will almost never hear from a Honda guy. Nah, I'm good. I don't want to win on a technicality. How many times have you seen these racers? Chases the race, jump, I win. Gentlemen racers, old school motherfuckers, a little gray. They're like, I'm not taking that win. I want to beat you straight up because I want to be able to sleep at night, to know that my shit's faster than yours, not on a technicality. That is done. So why don't I go racing? Why am I not outside? Gentlemen racers are now racing big boy shit. I've literally seen guys wait for the other guy to turn his car on. Meaning, I remember a World Cup one year. One guy had trouble turning his car on because it got really cold that night. He's running on methanol. Car's not warmed up. It's not going to start. So he sat there. I'm not taking this win on a fucking technicality. I'm going to beat him straight the fuck up. And guess what? I think he lost that race. Right? Any of you would have said, what a fucking dumbass. I would have just taken the fucking money. Some people race for pride. Some people race for the ability to say, I'm faster than you. Not the, I won the race off of technicalities. When Lund Racing won the Street Fighter class, we were up against it every time. We earned that win. We were behind on reaction time, behind on 60 foot, behind on equipment, heavier than anybody else. And we busted our ass to get that win. So that win felt extra special because there is no technicality happening there. Shannon Dugan says, I think Honda people get hate because they always bounce off limiters, straight pipe, gutted, rust boxes, driven by teenagers in high school. Obviously, not all cases. They technical motherfuckers. Damn, that's real man shit. Winning straight up is the best and the most satisfying. Honda guys are mad because they have to share their wives. Oh my God, stop it. Chases anal sex. Exactly. That's why when I started watching Street Outlaws, I knew there was a change in the culture. I said, I got something in my leg. I gotta see this fucking thing. What the fuck's happening? It's scratching or something. Oh, I know what that's from. What the fuck? Where the fuck was it? I totally lost my train of thought. I started seeing a change in the racing culture the moment I saw people say a chase is a race. No, it's not. Chase is not a race ever.
Now looky here, these be them rules for the race. Number 1, jump and I eat your ass. Number 2, the chase is anal sex. And 3, if you jump, we come in your booty hole. Who's in? Am I the only one that gets a hard on when Dominator races? I mean, those blue eyes are to die for. Are you man enough to run me? Line up, pussy. I bet you won't race me without clothes on.
So once I started seeing Street Outlaws put that shit out there, people believing it, and then people bringing that show to the streets, I went, oh yeah, this culture's over. This culture is over. The gentleman racer's dead. The gentleman racer that wants to beat you straight up, 100% versus 100%, will give you spark plugs if yours are fucked up, will give you his tires, will make it as fair as possible, is gone. Now it's Street Outlaw, chases a race, win on a technicality, everyone jumped, everyone's got super slow-mo on their phone. Okay, the fact that your tire cracked before the light came down, even though the car didn't move, but the tire cracked. So the tire goes like this. All right, car hasn't moved an inch. Tire goes like this before the light comes down. Then the light turns on, then your car rolls forward. According to modern racers, you lost. I'm good. Always making excuses when they lose, over exaggerate when they win. Oh, well, you got a 5 liter. I only got a K24. I'm sorry, I don't got that. Your car weighs 1,890 pounds. The Honda was respectful, but the drivers could be. Now, Honda owners are the 600cc street bikes. All the Honda guys going to be on you now. Why? Why are they going to be on me? Because I said what I've experienced. I'm not speculating. I have seen it. I don't race Puerto Ricans for that fucking reason. I don't race any Puerto Rican. If I hear a bit of an accent, I'm like, I'm good. I don't race anybody. I'm going to be honest with you. I think racing is shit. You don't see me outside. You don't see me. I'm not going to these tracks. I'm not going. I'm going to go to a test and tune by my fucking self and run a personal best and be done with it and be happy with that and go cruising downtown looking for pussy. And if I find some, I'm like, hey, there we go. And if I find a race on the way back, we're good. But I'm not going to go to a meet, put money in, put a pot up against another crew. No, I don't do that shit. Fuck all that. Do you think Honda people were ever respected in racing? Real question. No. And this is why Street Alpha Podcast. Not everyone. Obviously, there are exceptions to every rule. But the Street Alpha Podcast, you know better than I do. Tux. Are most Honda dudes legit? I understand if you don't want to answer that question. But let's do some thinking here, Street Alpha. You've interviewed them. You've interviewed all the BMW guys. You've interviewed all the Hellcat guys. You've interviewed a couple Coyote guys. You've interviewed a lot of Honda guys. Are most Honda guys legit? Or a lot of them full of fucking shit? Again, most Coyote owners are full of shit. There. Now you can't say shit about me. I know that most Coyote owners are full of shit. But I don't fuck with those people at all. The Coyote, specifically the S550 and up, has been co-opted by young guys who used to be Honda guys. That's why the Mustang culture died. The import guy merged over to the Coyote game. And I said, you know what? I'm going to pass on this one. Test and tune is where it's at. Alex, when your GT500 had the Turbo 500, did you use a two-step or just off the converter stall two-step, sir? Devin V says, can't lie. There is a change in the culture to the point where I don't even want to race because if my shit breaks, everyone celebrates like they won the Super Bowl. Have you ever watched racing at Yellow Belly in Dallas? Disgusting. Exactly. The grudge racing culture, I want nothing to do with it. I like gentleman racing. Two successful guys that busted their butt building a car respect each other because they know how difficult it is to build a fast car. They come to a track, the car's ready, no shenanigans. I know what it cost blood, sweat, and tears to build this car. I know what it cost him blood, sweat, and tears to build that car. I'm not going to burn him down, and he's not going to burn me down. We have a gentleman's agreement. But in other races, when you intertwine imports versus domestic, you get shenanigans. Because the culture that accepts shenanigans on this side, remember watching World Cup? And after every import beat a domestic, you see the crew going to the camera. I remember. I saw it. I saw them going, yeah, fuck you guys. You know, why the fuck do I want to go in there with them? Imagine the white boys or the Americans start going, fuck you, like this to the Puerto Rican crew when they lose. Guns come out. But it's okay for them to do it to you. I'm good. Racing culture is dead. The gentleman racing culture is dead. You know where it's at? At the highest tier of racing. Snowbirds, radio outlaws, the really fast classes that they have up in the Carolinas, the Carolina NT stuff. Like, there is still a sense of gentlemanly racing because I don't like hanging out with a bunch of punks. I was never a punk. At 18 years old, I was respectful. My father would have beaten the shit out of me if he found that I'm acting stupid. So I think the culture is dead, and I don't think it's all on the Honda guys, but a lot of the import guys understand that you need to throttle down your crew when they're talking that bullshit to other people, but they don't because they think it's okay. It's part of the culture. And then they go, big deal. We're just fucking around. This is what they do. They'll go online, make memes, make caricatures about you losing, blowing up or whatever. And then when you get pissy about it, they go, why are you so emotional? As if the shoe being on the other foot, you wouldn't be emotional. You wouldn't be pissed off that people are rubbing it in. Please. What happened when Cletus drug every starlet that year. They were putting his car on the starlets on the back of his car, towing them and shit. Dude, they lost their fucking minds. And Cletus like forgot about it. Cletus was like, okay, cool. That's like a thing that's going on over there. And then they finally got their comeuppance. And Cletus, his fast car, was in a completely different class, the Camaro. But Mullet was, put together in a class to be competitive. And Jack Stan dude was racing it. And the moment a Starlet or a RX-7 beat it, it was as if Tito Trinidad came up from the dead and avenged his loss to Bernard Hopkins. He got knocked out. Did you see Bernard Hopkins when he was talking that shit to Tito Trinidad? Bernard Hopkins went to Puerto Rico and started throwing rice at the people in Puerto Rico. And he got chased out of the stadium. Why are you so emotional? So basically, the gentlemen racers are the people too rich to give a fuck. You probably. I see more fuckery from these Edgars and Stangs and Marrows than I ever did from Honda guys. Hell, someone in this chat cried until I was kicked out of a shootout. Oh, here we go. Bondo, spicy. I like this shit. I like the spicy Bondo. This is nice. I understand what you're saying. I literally said Coyote guys are mostly shit. And I don't fucks with anybody. I don't fucks with anybody. Nardi says, not only say fuck you to the Puerto Ricans, but throw paper towels at them. Whoa. Like this. He's like, hey, you lost. Here you go. Whoa, toma. Where was he? I gotta find him. There's a President Trump. Paper towels. This is Puppy Trump. He went to Puerto Rico and he started throwing 3-pointers in paper towels. Hey, Puppy Trump. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck. I love you, Puppy Trump. Welcome back. Glad to have you back, bro. Puppy Trump in the house. Bro, don't you ever let me get money. Don't you ever let me get money. Because if I get money, I'm going to have a security detail better than Trump's. I'm going to have motherfuckers at the line strapped up. Strapped up, right? All right? And then when I win, I'm gonna have all my crew start doing some dumb shit up against the other guy. I'll keep a list. This guy flipped off this guy. I'm gonna avenge everyone that has been fucked over by someone, balling out, in the staging lane or whatever. Like, gentlemen racers don't do that. Gentlemen racers just race. Good job, great work, man. Good job. Have a great day. Puerto Ricans have a Puerto Rican Day parade when a Starlet beats a 70-something El Camino. Oh, shit. That's wild. I just played the Tony Hinchcliffe clip of him saying Puerto Rico has a trash problem. What's happening? Alex, same thing happened to Brett when he lost to a Pro Mod, Toyota. All the JDM fanboys that come out of the woodwork running their mouth. Brett's car is a 5-liter Coyote. Badass chassis, but let's be honest. This thing is punching way above its weight class. And it's hanging in there. And the Pro Mods, the literal Pro Mod billet engine, as far as I know, I don't think Brett has a billet motor. He has a cast Coyote. As far as I know, because I don't know that program. I don't know him from Adam. But he's got a good program going on over there. As soon as they beat that car, they were like rah-rahing. I need someone to have that same energy back. That same energy back. Let's see how they react. Oh, you don't like it. You don't like being yelled at. You start wars. Let's see Bernard Hopkins get chased out of Puerto Rico. Bernard Rico flag. Oh, that's what he did. He took the Puerto Rican flag and he threw it on the ground. Yes. Oh, this is the Puerto Rico riot.
Stadium is packed. Pet rally. Tito Trinidad.
He talks way too much. He's verbose as fuck.
Hopkins continued the campaign.
Okay, remember, Bernard Hopkins went on a press tour when he went to fight Tito Trinidad. He went to Puerto Rico, and these Puerto Ricans were mad, man.
And belligerents at multiple press stops, including
See, so this is Trinidad waving the and Don King's waving the Puerto Rican flag, and look at what Bernard Hopkins does to the flag.
incident in Puerto Rico
Boom.
that saw pre-fight
And look at everybody look at. Mira, lo que hizo la bandera, brother. Está del carajo, man. Está del carajo.
hype become hysteria when Hopkins once again threw the Puerto Rican flag to the ground.
Hey, look at it. He had to get the fuck out of there because these guys went nuts. Right? That's what would happen if you win a race against a heavily hyped up Puerto Rican crew at World Cup and you start balling out like they ball out when they win. You can't do it. It's a double standard. I don't race. The culture is dead. It's a dead culture. I want nothing to do with it. I'm a nobody. I get it. I'm a nobody. I got no money. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. Don't you ever let me get money. Please never let me get money. I will fucking build a Pro Mod Coyote something and jumbo jet it to Puerto Rico and Orlando and literally snipe all these motherfuckers. Brett has a Predator block with sleeves. Orderly Holmes, what spark plug would you recommend on a 09 GT500 Gen 3R 2.5 pulley? Brisk 14, I think, or 12, 14? Brisk 14, I think. Hey, Alex, does Steeda stop the hop kit, starter kit enough to get wheel hop or to get rid of wheel hop, or do I need a complete kit? I would, the starter kit's fine. Handing Starry's out in Miami. We know you're loaded. Just be humble about it. I'm okay. The best 3 races are the random ones that you just rub into you just rub into another fast car and then you run them. Not the setup, fuck boy. Exactly. The best runs are the ones that just coalesce out of the ether. Puerto Ricans are so proud of their flag, yet every time water rises and wind blows, all their shit floats away. Wow, that's crazy. Tito was way too small for Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones. Tito was too small for Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya. Again, y'all won on a technicality. Puerto Ricans, you celebrated the Oscar De La Hoya victory on a technicality. Oscar De La Hoya beat that ass. Rad Dad was asking real questions. What was Rad Dad saying? Do you have a joint account? Do you cheat? What are you talking about? Trey and Alexis. Who's Trey and Alexis? Oh, Trey and Alexis. Random question. Yeah, why do you have 2 names? Random question, but what PSI should I cap my Gen 2 6R80 65mm twin turbo Coyote at? Tuner said 17 PSI, but I'm hesitant. Trey, your tuner said 17 PSI. I don't know who's tuning it. Before I ask that question, who's tuning it? Because I don't know what size. I don't know if your motor's built or not. 17 PSI seems like a lot for a stock motor. Checking the link. Thank you, SVT mile an hour. Sorry, MB blue, blah, blah. Buy a lotto ticket and make it happen. Imagine a white boy crew goes out there, wipes Natty Racing, and does some arranging celebration. Thank you, Joseph Roman. Puerto Ricans would hate it. Oh, cabrón de gringo pato. But then, when they win, at the camera. Yeah, I'm good. I'd wager Don King egged that shit on, slimy motherfucker. No. Bernard Hopkins egged that shit on. He's a great salesman. What do I need to change in my car setup to go from roll race to drag race? Absolutely not. Whoa. Car has a top mount twin turbo kit, E85 stage 2 MT82 and aluminum drive shaft. Get that MT82 out of there. Get yourself a T56 or a stop the hop kit, loosen up the front end, tighten up the rear end, and a bias ply with an MT82, unless you run a slipper device. The reason I say a bias ply is because that's your fuse. If you want to go with a drag radial, get with Garrett Leach. He'll get you set up with one of his clutch slipping devices on the pedal, and you should be good to go. It's all good. Got the car. Seems to have some high boost spark blowout issues. Got it. I love rubbing out race cars. Exactly. Hey, brother, I emailed you about where to mail the shirt I got for you. Do you want me to mail it to PBH? Yes. Send me. If you're going to send me anything, send it to PBH. Because the flag is the only thing that stays out of the water. Holy shit. If I won the lottery, I would get Alex money, pop some popcorn, and just watch. I would go out of my way and build badass cars to go up against those guys. And watch them go, oh, because he got money. You think a Billet 2JZ is cheap? You think a 15 rotor RX, whatever the fuck, is cheap? Stop it with the money stuff. Stop it with the money stuff. People always do that. People always go, well, I got a handicap. I got rotary. I got a handicap. I got a 6-cylinder. I got a handicap. Your car weighs half as much as my car. Alex, how Puerto Rican are you? Are you flip-flop flag hanging in your vehicles or boxing glove flag? Neither. I'm American first because I was born here. I always say my parents are from Puerto Rico. I never say, like, you want to piss somebody off? You want to piss off a Puerto Rican? Tell them your family's from Puerto Rico. Then they say, oh, tú eres Boricua, which is what they say if they meet another Puerto Rican. But in my opinion, Boricua is reserved for people born on the island. So they go, oh, tú eres Boricua. I say, no, yo soy americano porque yo nací acá. I was born here, so I'm American. Because I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, basically, Stoughton. I was born in Stoughton. So I am American. My family is from Puerto Rico. If you're Irish and you've been here 3 or 4 generations, you don't say you're Irish. You say you're American. Because when you go overseas, they say you're American. Yep, stock bottom end. Valve springs and head studs, Gen 2 car. I wouldn't go much past 15 PSI if you wanted to live a long life. Didn't know that guy one stock died. Again, I don't talk about that. I don't even try to even broach that subject. You can over-celebrate too, but you need to outnumber them 2-1 because Puerto Rico knows how to fight. We don't see Puerto Rican racers out here. It says 661 racers. No, you saw Mexican over there. But Alex, you're kicking puppies. Exactly. Honda is Latin for butt. What a great comment. Honda is Latin for butt. The built-in excuse. That's another reason you can say that Honda guys are not necessarily put on a high pedestal when it comes to racing, Tux. Why are Honda guys hated? Excuse, again, Mustang guys are the same way. Don't come here thinking that I'm loving Mustang guys are fucking cucks, most of them, okay? But let's get out. Let's be realistic. Honda guys have that moniker placed on them because of things they do. Honda guys will always say, I only got a 4-cylinder. Yeah, 95 pounds of boost and 1,800 pounds and a sequential deal, dog box shit. Stop the cap. Thank you. Connor Wolzerinski says $150,000 into a 2JZ for 1,500 horsepower induction performance. Since when has racing been a frugal man's hobby? God bless USA and God bless Bobby Trump, says Joseph Lacey. Bryson Witt says, damn, guess my wife really is a dumb Hawaiian. Just kidding. She's white. Guy I used to work with had a billet 2J in a little Mazda truck running 7.3s. Yes, he was in Puerto Rico. Cool dude, very reserved. Most Puerto Ricans are great. See, you guys think that I'm saying all Puerto Ricans. No, not all Honda guys are assholes. Not all Coyote guys are assholes. Not all Puerto Rican guys are assholes. Most Puerto Rican guys are great. Most Honda guys that I've met are not so great. There's like 2 Honda guys that I've ever met that are like nice and normal. Just legit nice and normal. Most of them, they pay a little too much attention to their face. You know what I mean? They fade the beard. They fade the head. They fade the fucking eyelashes, but they got the gut. And I'm like, bro, why don't you take care of the gut instead of your fucking face? Like those guys, the moment I see your face and you have paid more attention to your face than a woman, nothing wrong with that. I just want nothing to do with you. I'm going to go over here. Looking like a bitch. If you've never watched Alex before, you'd never expect that Spanish to come out so clean. I'm adopted, says Grant Winberg. I just tell my Puerto Rican friends they stole Cuba's flag and they sit back. Don't say that. All Mexicans out here racing. Blue 99 says Alex got that dialect dialed in, though, accent here. Exactly, you got to have the accent. Yeah, people like winning in a Honda so they can be like, I won in a shitbox underdog car. If they lose, it's a built-in excuse. Exactly. Oh, you're supposed to be me. You got 8 cylinders. No. I weigh 4,200 pounds. Well, it's not, no es mi culpa que tiene un carro tan pesado. It's not my fault you gotta have a big, stupid car. Oh my God, bro. I like a comfortable, big, nice car. Not my fault. All I got is a little K24. It's no big deal. 98 pounds of boost. What country isn't lame though? Can't think of what car community. What car community isn't lame though? Dodge guys are something else. And Dodge shops hate each other just like Mustang shops hate each other, just like BMW shops hate each other, just like Honda shops hate each other. I don't know. But the moment I stopped caring about racing, life got great. Life got great, guys. I don't care about racing. I don't care who's faster than who. I don't care who set what record. I don't care. I care about my records, my cars, my builds. The moment I stopped caring about what everyone else does and what a community does, that's when racing became interesting again. Every time I go to a race, Texas 2K, World Cup, or whatever, I'm reminded why I hate it. I hate racing. I hate organized racing. I dislike it so much because you need to be in it to understand why it's such shit. It's whack. Ignacio says, not all. I have a customer of the 400 horsepower Civic and he's very respectful. Exactly. Just like I said. Not all. What's the deal with Roush Supercharger kit splitting Gen 3, 18, 21, 22 Mustangs? What's the difference? They're all the same. Oh, well, it's a calibration change. From 18 to 21 was a certain, same computer, but there was a change in Ford calibration that they were splitting out. So they split those years. We split those years. We split the years 18 to 20, different than 21 to 23. Just remind the import guys they chose to build what they built. They love that. Just remind the import guys they chose to build what they built. They love that. That's very good. Okay, you've covered your opinion on Mexicans. Now do black people. Some of the best times I've had were at races that mostly black people attend. Grudge racing, because the name entails what the deal is. Grudge racing is WWE. That's all it is. The WWE is mostly talking. So once you understand that grudge racing is 2 parts talking, 1 part racing. Just like wrestling, you get, Dusty Rhodes. You go, hey man, I'm gonna go, wait till I see you. I'm gonna put my dick in your ass, man. And he's like, no, you're not. I'm gonna put my dick in your ass. And then they do that for 40 minutes. And then they wrestle. Or they set up the wrestling match for WrestleMania 35. I'm going to suck your dick. I'm going to suck your dick at WrestleMania 35. And then the wrestling match happens. Grudge racing is exactly the same way. You go to a track and you're like, why are there so many people in the staging lanes? They're not even lined up properly. And there's cameras. What you say, motherfucker? Man, you a bitch ass hoe. I fuck everyone. On God. On my mama. I got everybody covered in this bed. Put up whatever you want, bitch. You ain't got the heart. Right? And you're like, is he actually mad? Or is he just putting on a show? He's just putting on a show. Because this is what happens. Lock it in, motherfucker. I bet you won't lock it in for 5,000, bitch ass. And you're like, I'll lock it in. And they go, you ain't. See, you serious? Yeah, I got the money here. You ain't 10,000. I got 10,000. Oh. Motherfucker, that's not how you're supposed to do it. You understand? You're supposed to you gotta sell this shit. You motherfuckers are here. You gotta get out, gotta get the pot going. And you're like, no, I got the money. Right? There goes that. There. You have to play the part. It's a dance. And when I say they, I mean Grudge Racer. The clean, lightly modded car community that Ekttracts the... Bro, take it aspirin. I think you're having a stroke. The clean, lightly modded car community that Ekttracts. Okay. First of all, how the fuck is that supposed to mean Ekttracts or Ekttracts? What the fuck happened there? The clean, lightly modded car community that Ekttracts. Bro, take an aspirin, bro. I think you're having a stroke, man. Fuck. What the fuck? Shit. What happened there? Holy shit. Just seen the Toyotas pulling out an NHRA after 2025. I can't say I'm surprised. I think it's the beginning of the end of the NHRA if more follow suit. It's still real to me, damn it. Hey, man, 20 on 100. I guarantee you're not going to put 20 on 100 because your car ain't fast. Just say you're broke. No, man, 20 on 100. They, them, we're inclusive here, trying to buy a race. Stroked out Ekttracts. Best drama of the track is basketball versus tacos. Hellcat versus Hondas. What do you mean, you people? Oh, look, this fucking browser is gonna fucking crash too. There we go. There's the litmus test. So the guy is a Navy SEAL. He's Donge and extraction in Iraq. Ekttracts. AJ Ekttracts, Lund Files, Ekttractly. It done. Ekttractly. Fuck me. You gotta love it. So, the car culture and the racing culture that you choose to be in, you have to act accordingly. And I was just raised in a gentleman culture, bro. I was just, okay. So, I'm 46 years old. Okay, rolling up on that. I'm been about a month. I'll be 47. That 50 is coming. So I remember how gentlemen used to act. You would squabble, get it out of the way, and it was done. It was done. You had an issue with somebody, you call them out, you squabble, fight, and you go, bro, we good? Yeah, we're good. You fucked me up or I fucked you up, and that's how you end it. No, now you squabble, the loser gets the blick. Y se acabó el party. So apparently, it is not the browser, because the browser just quit. So it is not the browser. We have now established that it is not the browser. So hopefully we can figure out what the deal is, because it is not the browser. Copy, live chat, and we'll get back on the road. But the nice thing is I can recover really, really, really quickly. Alex, you should throw on your shiesty mask and go grudge racing. Any engine builders in here? I'd love to go grudge racing. I think that's fun, but you need a lot of money. Those guys don't fuck around. Grudge racing, no rules. No rules. No bullshit, no back tire, no nothing. You can make up the rules as you go along, but obviously that is more attractive to many people because it is straight up. Let's say you meet somebody and they're like, head up, you and me for 2 G's. Okay. Off the trailer. If you've tested all year and you go to a known track with good drag radio prep, it's not off the trailer. Your bitch is dialed, okay? You have 800 boost ramps set up on that boost controller, and you could pick a middle of the road boost ramp and know you're gonna get down and put the rest of it on the scramble. You could say I got a 1-1, I got a 1-1 boost ramp, I got a 1-0 boost ramp, and I got a high 1-1 boost ramp. I don't got a 0.9 boost ramp in this bitch. So stop saying off the trailer, please. Thank you. Fight. Then we have a beer after. Made friends that way. Actually, it was like this. You argue with them, your guys figure it out, and you buy them a drink. Yo, check this out, fool. You coming in a little too high power. Exactly. That's exactly it. This is perfect.
What up, Pink?
Oh, this same thing. Where is that? Here we go.
Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high.
Say what you want about June. He gave the guy a warning shot. Check this out, fool. You coming in a little too high power.
Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high.
Oh, what a great clip.
Check this out, fool. You coming a little too high.
Check this out, fool. You coming in a little too, meaning, relax. We got this. We're going to figure it out, papa. You know, it's all good. And that's the race where Cuban, let's talk. We're going to rehash this shit. Oh, my Lord. I'm sweating. That's the race. You want to talk about stipulations? You want to talk about modern racing culture? That's the race where Cuban's car broke, right? So they had set up, supposedly, a side bet that if the other guy breaks, you only give up half the dough. But there was a question whether his car was actually broken because it drove onto the trailer. So they're like, prove to me that it's broken. Because that's the difference between $1,500 and $3,000. See what I mean? You see what I mean? If Alejandro Flores was racing and you broke, I'll say, let's rerun it. Or hold on to the money, and when your car is fixed, we will rerun it. Because I want to make sure that my car can beat your car, all things being equal. I am never going to take a win on a technicality, even if it's to my detriment. That is the gentleman racing way. Let's bring that shit back, guys. Let's bring back gentleman racing. Let's bring back giving the person the proper opportunity to run you. Because winning on a, let's say I guarantee there's a racer out there that has won 10 races, and 6 of them were from a spin, a jump, or a technicality. He didn't go all the way to 160. What the fuck? We'll run again until you hook, and then we'll stay in until 160 together, door to door. Oh, no, like, it got hot. So, like, I'm not paying you. Let's bring back gentleman racing. Let's bring it back. What's the minimum oil clearance on the main bearings for a Coyote? Who the fuck knows? Ask an engine builder. You should see what your task manager is showing you for allocation on your browser. Don't care. What's good, Craig Walls? Yeah, Craig Walls in the house. Said he had dinner with his little lady. Dinner with the queen. Hope everyone is well. Nice. Very nice. Us older gents get ratioed for being gentlemen. Toxic masculinity. This gentleman says, eat my ass. It can be hardware or software error. Short on memory. Short on GPU. If it was short on memory, OBS would collapse. Not just the browser, right? Rip to squabble sound clip. Exactly. Check this out, fool. We coming a little too high power.
You coming a little too high.
Hey, Alex, real talk. Do you think 15 years of hot rodding and customizing cars will still be a thing? It'll be a thing until we die. Yeah, it'll be a thing until we die. Motherfuckers still raise horses and do stupid shit with horses. You don't think car stuff's gonna survive? It's gonna survive. Of course it is. Just at a different scale. Browser won't crash because of bitrate. The bitrate is actually memory resource. Again, it's not that. Alex sounded like the Goku with the car world. Don't know that reference because I'm old. Tons of squelchers in the YouTube racing community. That Valley 10-speed thing was crazy. Jimmy Lunchmeat. Alex, what would it take to beat a Whipple 4x4 from 50 10-speed, 650 horsepower with a 2012 Ball Studio 2? Can it be done NA or do I need boost? You need boost. A 650 horsepower. Okay, it can be done NA. But your 60-foot's got to be everything. You need to be on a bias ply. You need to run quicker than an 11.5 or 11.4 because that's about what a 650 rear-wheel horsepower F-150 will run. Low 11s. I don't think it can get into the 10s. Gentleman Racing stopped when Pinks was made. Exactly. And then Street Outlaws was the nail in the coffin. When I started watching Pinks on the Speed World or Speed Network or whatever the fuck it was called back in the day, and I saw a guy asked for 30 lengths and him give it to him, I said, racing's over. They are normalizing shenanigans. They are normalizing stupidity. They are normalizing crazy requests. Then shortly thereafter, Street Outlaw guys ended up on Pinks. And they started doing that shenanigan bullshit too. No, thank you. Again, you can absolutely, and they can like it or not, the culture of racing going downhill, you could point to Pinks and Street Outlaws making it worse than it was. Fast and Furious ruined the gentleman racing. Everyone thinks racing is drama and their main character in the movie. What's up, Alex? I plan to get a Gen 2 6R80 implant. See, what's lagging, Neeple, is the browser, not OBS. OBS is rocking and rolling. OBS is no issue. Let me see if I can bring OBS over here and see if it looks all crazy and stuff. Yeah. Wow, what the fuck did I do? Yeah, look at OBS is rocking and rolling, right? Doing all this thing, like no issue. But the moment I change things over, it just, and the browser starts to act up, especially when the live chat is pulled up. That's when it starts to act up. So I think it's the extension. That I'm using for the live chat that's causing an issue. I don't get traction at 60 miles an hour, so let's run it from 100. Same people said it was your bit rate. Guess who was right? Me. Was your internet. Okay. Who is Technicality King? Who is Technicality King? Okay. El Vergalarga says, that's the thing. Being respectful doesn't get you attention. Being a clown does, and these clowns get desperate for attention. Race for Pinks. Alex, I almost had you. You never had me. You never had your car. Granny shifting. Not double clutching. Reality TV in general. Ruined a ton of shit. But let's be honest, guys. If you're an old Puerto Rican like me, this shit was happening before TV. I was out there racing guys, and they were fucking stupid. Stupid. RX-7 guys, Starlet guys, Toyota 1.8 guys. And maybe you guys that are hot boys don't know what a Toyota 1.8 is. But they used to, build these little things. And a little 1.8 Toyota was like the thing to have back in the hood. Right? This little thing. So when I was out there in my Mustang racing these things, and they had, the stock motor, hopped up, and maybe they shoved nitrous in it or whatever, but these things were all over the neighborhood. This Toyota Corona. Oh, Jesus. Toyota 70s. Let me see. It was a 70s. 70s images. Yep, these things with an RX-7 motor, rotary. These things were all over the hood with rotaries, RX-7s, Coronas. They call them Candonguito. They had the Sapito, the dual overhead cam. I think you call them Truenos now, right? Trueno, Corolla. Yeah, these were in the hood, right? We were racing everything rear-wheel drive, RX-7, Corona, Corolla, Starlet. That's what we were racing in the hood. They were all fucking assholes. Every single one of them was a fucking asshole. Before reality television, before Pinks, before Street Outlaws, I was out there racing and these guys were out of pocket, like stupid. And I'm like, I don't want to race these motherfuckers. But that's all the motherfuckers I would race. Then those guys started getting into Hondas. That's right. Once Honda's K-Series shit started showing up, they merged from their rear-wheel drive shit and got into the front-wheel drive shit, and the attitude stayed the same. In my area, Massachusetts, I don't know what happened nationwide, but I think that's why Honda guys get a bad rep. Pac-Man, how long is it going to take for the GTD? Who cares? Alex, making America great again. Chrome runs 14 plus processes when open. This is not Chrome. This is Edge. You may be single-handedly saving the word shenanigans. It comes to mean anything with GNO, Girls Night Out. Nice. Bitrate. Schmidt rate. What's up with the Blue Goose? Oh, brother. The Blue Goose. That bitch is being built for a war. I don't agree with it. Because what are we doing? Like, who's going to fucking race that thing? I'm not going to race that thing. I'm not going to drive that thing. I'm not going to maintain that thing. I'm not going to go to the track to support the thing. I'm done with racing, bro. So they got to get a crew. If they're going to race a car at that capacity, but if they get it lined out, all they really need is 2 or 3 guys. So Dakota, Devin, all they need is senior, junior, and 1 other guy. I am just burned out on racing because the more I go racing, the more I hate it. I like just testing and tuning. I'm just a normal bro at that point. But that car's being built for a war. I don't know. Anyone know if Lund still offers the novelty Ghost Cam tune for 21 Mach 1? Yes, they do. Never knew RX-7 engines were popular. What was the show? Three dudes would guess the times in the white Fox body. Something times, I forget. Would you put a new old pump housing when doing OPGs or reuse your stock one? I would put a new one because why not? Oh, 13Bs are huge, Renee. Toyota 1.8 with a rotary swap was badass back then. Exactly. Back then, they would put a rotary in a 1.8 or a Corona from the 70s. And they had RX2s. They had RX2s in my neighborhood. They had a RX2. RX2s were all over the place. Images. Yeah, bro. They had RX2s in my neighborhood like a motherfucker. Like, these things, they were everywhere. This is Australian, though. RX2. So let me see. American RX2. Oh, my Lord. Yep, these things. Oh, my Lord. Who cares? Jesus Christ. Just show the car. Oh, my God. He's showing his whole restoration. Yeah, they had these things all over the place with a little rotary in it. It's fucking just... Again, those guys, none of them were good people. Every single one that I raced was the fucking asshole. Not one guy was nice. Eliza's, you don't need it, bro. Alex, share the BJ from the cargo you talked about. No, I don't do that. Yeah, 13B are big in the track racing scene. Formula Mazda, for example, no clue for drag racing. Though, yeah, they're big for drag racing. Blue Goose equals LDR or Ultra Street. Yes, Blue Goose will be racing the same stuff you race, Craig Walls. Well, it's actually being built as an LDR car, but I don't think it'll be fast like an LDR car. I think the goals with Blue Goose is to go threes, in the eighth, maybe a slow Pro 275 car. Yeah, like a slow Pro 275 car. Ultra Street, how fast are Ultra Street cars? Let me see, Ultra Street. Class. How fast are Ultra Street cars? 2024. Are they like 380, 390 cars, or are they like 4041 cars? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but they're building it for everything. Racing was the same in my area. Hondas and VTEC, says Sarah Hill. Hey, Alex, what's up? The horsepower limit on 56-pound injector on a Gen 2 Coyote. On race gas, I've made close to 800 horsepower. Again, a dense fuel, but I wouldn't, on race gas, high octane, about 12 or 13 pounds of boost, but I wouldn't do that. I would not push a 56 at that boost level for a long. I would say 750 tops just to be safe. They had a sleeper white Mustang and Fox body. I believe the car was a bad bitch. Craig Walls, man, that's awesome. Can't wait to see it out. Record for Ultra Street is 440. Oh no, we've been that already. Craig, we've been 438. I think. Yeah, we've been 438. 660 something. Alex, did people fuck a lot with the 300ZX back in the day when you used to run your Fox body? Yes. Ozzy's garage in Holyoke, Massachusetts. He worked at Jerry Rome Nissan when Jerry Rome Nissan was a thing on Route 5 in Holyoke. Then he opened his own shop, and I think his son runs GTR stuff now, like fast GTR stuff. But Ozzy was the Nissan guru in Holyoke, Massachusetts. And if there was a fast Nissan, he was the one building it. They always get butthurt when they get diddied. I used to see those type of RX2s and shit at Moroso back in the day, racing Chevettes or something. Late as hell. Gonna replay. Says 6 Sil. Lorenzo says, any updates on the Blue Goose? Yes, but I'm not going to show you the updates. I think we get updates from the chassis guy. And the chassis guy building the car is actually up near Craig Walls. And he did my cage. He did my cage in the Fairmont. And he did most of the work on the cage on the Grey Goose. 1325. Just great guy. And he is like ridiculously detail oriented. And he's making everything super accessible, exactly where the Lunds want things. The Lunds like nice things. The Grey Goose was built around a stock car. And then when it needed a rear end upgrade, it got a rear end upgrade. When it needed a front half upgrade, it got a front half upgrade. But the Blue Goose, clean slate. double frame rail, all the shit, carbon this, all the Billy Badass, latest badass shit that you can put in a car. Like the latest badass shit. There is a car that is racing right now in Bradenton. Let me see, Snowbirds. Let me see. And the way they want it to sit is like this. Let me see if I can find it. This is from Straight Line Mini. No, let's go to the racing vids. A shout out to the racing vids. Racing vids. The racing vids. Oh, I didn't subscribe. My bad. Shit, I'm sorry, man. Videos 3 weeks ago. Man, that's the thing. You gotta get it. You gotta get your shit up like ASAP. Yeah, let's go to Straight Line Media because he's the one that has the stuff. Straight Line Media. So Snowbird's testing is happening right now at Bradenton Motorsports Park, and there is a car that looks like how the Blue Goose is going to be configured. So I'm going to scroll through here and see if I can find it. Wednesday testing. It's a black S550 with a Pro Charger on it, and it looks mean as shit. And you're like, ooh, bro, that looks good. Let me see. No. Is that it? No, that is a Pro Mod. They're all fucking Pro Mods. Everything's a Pro Mod down there. Straight Line Media. Let's scroll together so you guys can see shit instead of my stupid face. Because my face is stupid. One day ago. Monday. Let's see. No. Nice Fox body. Pro Mod. What is this? No. Another Pro Mod. This is a Corvette body. Pro Mod. No, not that one. Come on. It's a black one, and I think that's what they want it to look like. Or it's going to end up looking like that, but just deep impact blue. Dang it. I can't find it. Anyway, if you find it, send it to me. But what is this? Yeah, I think I know that car. I think Bledsoe tunes that car. Yeah. Anyway, if I find it, I'll let you guys know. But once I get updates and they're able to be released, I'll give you guys an update. But I think they want to go racing, but I don't want to go racing. I told them I hate racing. Jason is good people, friend of mine. No, go over there. Hey, Craig Walls, go over there and you'll see the car. Skin and tubbed, exactly. It's literally the body on top of the car. There is nothing from the Blue Goose that was original. Maybe the firewall. Got to run later. Amy says, Bounder Bird, crazy how much weight can be stripped from a stock car when you tube a car and only run the skin. Amir Zahir says, are you allowed back at BMP? They acted like your criticism wasn't just true. Who? Where? Who said I can't go? If I buy a ticket, I can go. If you trespass me, boy, won't that be great for my channel. Oh, ooh. The only reason I would go is if Lund Racing rented the track. That's the only reason to go. I'm not going to go there to support the track. No, thank you. Black LDR car, Pro Charger on a Hemi, Reese Brothers built, bad motherfucker. That one. So Craig Walls, that's how it's going to look. It's going to look just like that. What do you think about Cat Kelly's car? So you guys remember how many of you are old school fans and remember when he misspelled something on his page and I made fun of it? He doesn't know me from Adam, but to this day, it was probably the beginning. I think that was the beginning of me stepping out of the YOLO douchebag thing and just making fun of racing and industry and misspellings and just silly stuff. Like the character YOLO douchebag can have a lot of fun and whatever. But when I'm myself, I think I'm better. I think quicker on my feet. I don't have to be put in a box that YOLO douchebag puts himself in. But Kai Kelly one time used to call his car the Shocker, right? Then he built another car called, right? If I'm not allowed at VMP, why wouldn't I be allowed there? Because I talk truth on it? The track sucked at FL2K. The event sucked. Sorry. It sucked. It wasn't fun. It was mud on the bottom. It's stupid. So Kai ended up posting that his new car, the aftershock is going to be at such and such check. But they misspelled aftershock and they put down aftershock. And they put it on a digital flyer. So I took the opportunity and said, wow, in these progressive times, if Kai Kelly is willing to call his car aftershock, I'm going to come out and address the nation and let them know that I now have the courage to call my car, and I think it was like butt fucking retard or something. Oh, fuck. Mod Motor Ray says, Reese Brothers call that car Schizo, I believe. Reese Brothers Schizo. Okay. No, that's not it. Unless that's the car and then they went Pro Charger. But basically the Blue Goose is going to sit like this. Yeah, it's going to, I mean, obviously not with the sucked in look and everything. It'll be a little, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm not signed in. So fuck all that. I don't want to sign in on 15 different browsers. I got to find that. That link where I actually made fun of Kai Kelly. And I think since that day, he doesn't like me, which is okay. Hello, Theo, that shirt is sick. Again, richprints.com/YDBT. This is the long sleeve because it's a little cooler out. And for working out, I like longer sleeves for working out. The sleeves, because my arms are, okay. They tend to ride up, even if on a large, and it makes it look like I'm rolling them up, and I don't want that look. Hey, I know you're leaving soon, but I emailed you, says Capcom Racing. But, okay, then I'll check the email later. I'm not going to check it in the middle of the show. If you're sending me anything, send it to Power by the Hour. Unless you're, yeah, now I got to see what the fuck you emailed. God damn it. I don't see it. I see Patreon, a new Patreon sub. And I see a new Patreon sub. And then where am I sending it to? Send it to Power by the Hour, Capcom. If you're sending me anything, send it to Power by the Hour. Because I don't want to give you my address, number one. It's weird to give you my address. Because you guys are, kooky. Not all of you, but some of you are probably, stands. And I don't need that in my life. So, yeah, I don't think people like Kai Kelly liked me during that time. And he's like, oh, wait till I see him in person. And I'm like, bro, you're taking this a little too serious because you misspelled aftershock. How do you misspell aftershock or Ekttracts? Ekttracts. Oh, my God. All right, guys, we're almost out of here. Okay, no, nothing coming up. Okay, cool. Let's get out of here. Fuck it. Let's get out of here a couple minutes early. So today we covered Googling everything. You have to Google so many things. If you're going to get into racing, if you're going to get into modding your car, please do yourselves a favor. Grab your phone and start Googling parts that you might need to meet your goals. As a matter of fact, if you have a goal of running 8 seconds in the quarter mile, then you talk to Lund Racing, tell them these are your goals, and they will say, well, you need this, 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 and this. Lund Racing is not just a place to get your tunes from. It's a place to get guidance from, of course, after you pay for a tune. If you pay us for a tune and then you start asking us questions about lining out your builds, we can go ahead and give you very detailed information, links to part numbers, settings, shock settings, everything, tires, you name it, so that based on our experience, we can better guide you to meet your goals. But God damn it, before you start requesting trans brake tuning, understand what a trans brake actually is and not say, well, I heard I need one. Can I just get one? And I'm like, no, you need to Google every little part that you are thinking of getting and then maybe have a better understanding. Again, I did a bunch of research before I even went to buy a Mustang when I was 17 years old. I read Muscle Mustangs and Fast Forwards every month it came out. Every month the magazine came out. I'm reading it. I'm learning. I'm looking at parts. And I'm like, I know what I want to do. And once I was able to get all that information, I was able to apply it to a vehicle quite quickly, to the point where my dad was like, where are you learning this stuff? I have no idea where the fuck you, how do you know these, that, this? I don't know anything. What's a Lakewood 9010? What's a Lakewood 7030? What's a Lakewood, 50-50. Why do you need an airbag on the passenger side rear, like anti-roll bar? Like, Dad was confused because he was just a general mechanic. But once I kind of got the understanding of drag racing at 17 years old, I applied it to the car. The car ran a decent number, and I was actually pretty quick for being as broke as I was. But that's when that was the last time I was happy. I think like 19 years old, where I was like, had a $400 a rent apartment, 2-2, by the way, still had a 2-2 at 17 years old, 18 years old. Had a job, full-time job, making $550 a week. I had an 86 Mustang, and I'd go racing with my boys every freaking weekend. There was no better time. Now, I have better cars and still a 2-2, bigger 2-2 in Palm Beach, but I don't have anyone to race with. Everyone's either grown up or got into fishing or got fat or got out of racing, or the racing that is out there is full of shenanigans and bullshit, and I just don't want any part of it. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Have a good rest of your week. I will be back on Sunday morning. Peasant Chat. We'll talk to poor people and hang out for a little bit. Have a good rest of your night. I'll see you guys later. Bye.